You might not realize it, but we exist in a world shaped by Tesla's innovations, generating trillions of dollars daily for global superpowers. During his time, Nikola Tesla experienced ridicule, demoralization, and scorn, and he was pushed to the fringes of society. He passed away in solitude and without recognition, penniless in a New York City hotel room. His life was so remarkably unconventional that even Thomas Edison envied, to put it mildly, Mr. Tesla's exceptional accomplishments. Tesla was privy to mysteries he never disclosed to the world's elite, possessing knowledge he aimed to employ for the betterment of all humanity. We're discussing awareness of ancient technology here, folks, and the avaricious, power-hungry individuals of the era were not inclined to share anything for free. Tesla bore the cost, but also cautioned the covetous elite. The present may be yours, but the future for which I earnestly toil is mine. He was undeniably correct, without a doubt. In this brief overview, we aim to introduce you to the remarkable individual, share insights into his inventions, and explain how Tesla's creations shaped the world we inhabit today. I will share with you all that we understand about the most altruistic man of the contemporary era. He was famously cited for stating, "Today's scientists think deeply instead of clearly. To think clearly, one must be sane, but one can think deeply and still be quite insane." Just hold on until you listen to this. When you speak of destiny and a wandering star, consider this. This man made his entrance into the world amid a brilliant display, as a ferocious lightning storm crackled at the very stroke of midnight in 1856. It was as if lifted from the pages of a science fiction novel. The ultimate archetype of the mad genius had made his debut. He was perceived as the chosen one, sent to Earth to usher humanity into the next stage of our quantum imagination in comprehending the cosmos, a vision only a genius would dare to conceive. Initially, he was dispatched across Europe to diagnose and enhance Edison's design for dynamos and motors, which proved to be a source of frustration for Tesla. Why? If he was capable of creating enhanced versions of someone else's inventions, couldn't he have simply had them built to his superior specifications from the start? At the age of 28, following an extensive period of education within the Austrian Empire, he immigrated to the United States. Armed with his expansive knowledge and technical prowess, Tesla was prepared to revolutionize the world. Tesla stood before a common challenge for innovators: visions needing capital. Upon his arrival in the US, Tesla's initial impulse led him to secure a position at the Edison Machine Works. Tesla greatly respected Thomas Edison, yet he was aware of flaws in Edison's designs and ideas despite his admiration. Edison, set in his ways, remained unswayed when Tesla attempted to suggest modifications. Consequently, Nikola Tesla decided to venture out independently. Tesla started amassing the necessary knowledge to patent an enhanced version of Edison's arc lighting system, a refinement he had once tried to explain to Edison. In March 1885, Tesla consulted with patent attorney Lemuel Sorel, who had also assisted Edison with his patents. Sorel introduced Tesla to Robert Lane and Benjamin Vail, two businessmen who were willing to back the establishment of an arc lighting manufacturing and utility company under Tesla's name, the Tesla Electric Light and Manufacturing. After Tesla got the company operational, the businessmen backing him withdrew their support, rebranded the company, and left him financially destitute. Tesla faced this as the first of many betrayals, yet by then, he had already envisioned ideas for alternating current, AC, motors, and wireless energy transfer. Tesla, having learned from his previous misfortune, became cautious about whom to trust in business. Despite his concerns, he needed funding to bring his innovative concepts to life. As a result, he found himself in a challenging period where he took on menial electrical repair jobs, earning merely $1 a day. Tesla reflected on this time with irony, as his vast education in science, mechanics, and literature felt like a taunt amidst his struggles in 1886. During this time, Tesla, with a mind brimming with transformative ideas, found himself in a dire predicament. His vision that could potentially change the world seemed to be stalled. Despite his genius, there was a disheartening lack of interest in his ideology, and it appeared he was getting nowhere. He was faced with the difficult task of finding someone who believed in his revolutionary concepts enough to invest in them. In late 1886, Tesla's fortunes began to shift when he arranged a meeting with Alfred S. Brown, a superintendent at Western Union, and Charles F. Peck, a New York attorney. Both Brown and Peck were well-versed in establishing companies and skilled at promoting inventions and patents for financial gain. They recognized the potential in Tesla's ideas and the possibility for lucrative developments in the burgeoning field of electricity. This meeting was pivotal, leading to the establishment of Tesla Electric Company in 1887, marking the start of a significant phase in Tesla's career and technological advancements. Indeed, Tesla's innovative proposals for electrical equipment, which included his idea for a thermomagnetic motor, managed to capture the interest of Brown and Peck. Recognizing the potential of his groundbreaking concepts, they agreed to provide the financial backing that Tesla needed, with a focus on managing his patents to ensure the protection and promotion of his inventions. With their support, Tesla Electric Company was formed in 1887, providing Tesla with a platform to develop and demonstrate his technological breakthroughs, setting into motion a series of events that would eventually make his name synonymous with innovation in electricity and engineering. Under the agreement they forged, Tesla, Peck, and Brown devised a profit-sharing strategy, which was as ingenious as it was equitable. The profits stemming from the patents would be allocated in 3 equal parts, 1/3 to Tesla, ensuring he was rewarded for his ingenuity and sustained financially. 1/3 to Peck and Brown, compensating their investment and expertise in managing the business and legal aspects. And the final third was earmarked for funding the development of technologies. This arrangement allowed for a balanced reinvestment in innovation, while also securing personal gains for each of the partners, a strategy designed to foster both growth and motivation. Indeed, the narrative converges at the 1893 World's Fair in Chicago, often referred to as the Columbian Exposition, which became the battleground for the fierce rivalry between the electrical systems of Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla. This clash came to be known as the War of the Currents. Edison, an advocate for direct current, DC, faced significant challenges with his preferred system. DC transmission was inefficient over long distances due to power loss, which necessitated a dense grid of generating plants. The converters, also known as commutators, needed for DC were not only expensive, but also posed safety risks due to sparking. On the other side of the contest stood Tesla and his ally, George Westinghouse. They pushed for alternating current, AC, which proved to be more efficient over large distances due to its ability to be stepped up and down in voltage with transformers. AC systems could transmit power at higher voltages and lower currents, thus reducing energy loss, and then safely convert it to lower, more usable voltages for consumers. At the World's Fair, Tesla and Westinghouse showcased the safety and effectiveness of AC by illuminating the exposition with their system. Their display of technological prowess, highlighted by Tesla's AC motors and polyphase power system, not only wowed the public, but also demonstrated the practicality and reliability of AC power transmission. In the end, their successful demonstration at the World's Fair and the advantages of AC in safety and cost over longer distances eventually led to its adoption as the standard for electric power distribution, cementing Tesla's legacy and changing the course of electrical innovation. Consequently, over 10 years mounted with questionable transactions, misappropriated concepts, and patent obstructionism as Edison and his financial backers exercised control over Tesla's creations. While Tesla was a visionary genius, his prowess at practical execution lagged. He outlined to his financier and collaborator, J.P. Morgan, an innovative approach for immediate communication. This involved collecting stock quotes and telegraph messages, channeling them to his lab, where he planned to encode them and allocate unique frequencies to each. This frequency would be transmitted to a handheld device. In essence, Tesla had foreseen the advent of the smartphone and wireless internet more than a century before these technologies were fully actualized. Does that not just blow your mind, or what? He also had the vision for technology that he never brought to fruition, including radar, X-rays, a particle beam death ray, and radio astronomy. Tesla was the original inventor of many extraordinary devices, such as the laser, robotics, remote control, radio, and light. However, his grand vision for a global communication network akin to the internet and his concept of free wireless energy were projects where his progress was stopped. This became the ultimate breaking point for the ruling power elite. What is the value of energy if it cannot be measured and harnessed? Free energy? Impossible, they declared. J.P. Morgan funded Nikola Tesla with $150,000 to construct a tower designed to harness our universe's natural frequencies to transmit data, encompassing a broad array of communications, such as images, voice messages, and text. This was essentially the birth of wireless communications, and while the tower itself came at a cost, it suggested that the universe abounded with free energy. Such energy could be used to create a global network, connecting people everywhere and enabling them to tap into the free energy surrounding them. Indeed, the concept is that the binary language of the universe, the zeros and ones, is intertwined with the very essence of reality, accessible for all to harness when needed. Nikola Tesla was committed to enabling any person to both receive and send this data with minimal cost. It's believed that Tesla had potentially thousands of other concepts and inventions that were never disclosed. Tesla's patents indeed provide a window into his vast vision. Many people today advocate for the release of any remaining undisclosed Tesla research. They argue that such information should be open for public exploration, rather than potentially suppressed by powerful corporations or educational bodies. This global call to action encourages stakeholders worldwide to support the democratization of energy knowledge, aiming to understand the full spectrum of what our universe can provide in terms of energy and technology. The Wardenclyffe Tower project was among Tesla's ambitious ventures, envisioned to transmit wireless power and communication. Advocates for fully open information argue that releasing Tesla's research, particularly on harnessing ionospheric electricity, could transform our approach to energy. After Tesla's death in his room at the New Yorker Hotel in 1943, the FBI indeed took possession of his papers. The status and content of these documents have been the subject of much speculation. Some reportedly were declassified, but it remains a matter of debate whether all his insights have been made public or whether some were withheld, unintentionally lost, or suppressed. The slow release over decades has kept the intrigue alive for those who desire to see a complete disclosure of Tesla's unexplored and unreleased works. Tesla's groundbreaking concepts remain under-recognized, eclipsing his role in shaping modern technology while others profited. His revolutionary work is often overlooked, leaving the public with limited knowledge of his contributions. It's been suggested that the FBI, viewing Tesla as a potential security concern, contributed to his diminished presence in mainstream American narratives. This perception is supported by his conspicuous absence from many historical educational texts, suggesting a possible suppression of his legacy within the school system. In his memoirs, Tesla reflects on a childhood marked by clarity and intensity, hinting at an early burgeoning of his unique persona. He describes his youthful recollections as exceptionally clear, suggesting his individual traits and intellectual curiosity were awakened earlier than what is typical. As a young child, I was frail and indecisive, often making whimsical promises only to soon abandon them. However, at the age of 8, I came across The Son of Abba, a Siberian translated work by Hungarian author Jókai. This narrative, akin to the moral teachings found in Lew Wallace's Ben-Hur, had a profound effect on me. This book ignited my resolve. I started to exercise self-discipline, reined in numerous desires, and committed myself to uphold every vow I made, whether it was to myself or someone else. My family quickly realized that once I made a promise, I was determined to keep it. Tesla's death in 1943 indeed sparked intense interest in his work, especially considering the geopolitical tensions of the time. As an inventor with numerous patents and ideas of potentially great military significance, his papers held considerable interest for various national powers. After Tesla passed away at the New Yorker Hotel, there was immediate concern over the security and disposition of his effects, particularly because of his claims of a death beam, which was essentially a directed energy weapon, a concept well ahead of its time. Sava Kosanovich, Tesla's nephew, reportedly arrived at Tesla's room following the inventor's death to find important papers missing. This triggered fears that they could be acquired by foreign powers. Kosanovich, later the ambassador of Yugoslavia to the US, did have confirmed relationships with the Yugoslav government, and some have speculated that he might have had connections to the communist regime, raising further concerns about the potential dissemination of Tesla's work. The FBI took an active interest after Tesla's death, and John G. Trump, an electrical engineer with the National Defense Research Committee of the Office of Scientific Research and Development, was called in to evaluate Tesla's papers. Contrary to sensationalized accounts, he reported that nothing which would constitute a major breakthrough in weaponry was found. The question of what exactly happened to all of Tesla's papers, some of which are still classified, and the extent of the lost or possibly undisclosed inventions, remains a subject of intrigue and fuels speculation and conspiracy theories even today. The official story is that after the war, Tesla's remaining papers were entrusted to the Tesla Museum in Belgrade, Serbia, while some documents still remain classified by various governments. The true extent of what information was contained in the missing papers and how much of Tesla's final works were understood or utilized remains a tantalizing mystery. Naturally, we will continue to speculate about the full scope of Nikola Tesla's contributions and innovations. It's widely believed that many of Tesla's concepts might have been buried with him. Known mostly for his Tesla coil and the development of alternating current, this master of lightning possessed an unparalleled intellect, far surpassing any predecessor or successor. Gradually, his concepts are coming to fruition. It is our hope that, as history unfolds and the technology-imbued world he foretold emerges, Tesla will receive the acknowledgement he is due, for a world brought to life through Tesla's vision. The venerable inventor was captivated by mysterious radio transmissions he began noticing in 1899. Tesla recounts his initial reactions in an article, expressing profound astonishment at the realization that he might have stumbled upon something with monumental implications for humanity. He describes feeling as if he were witnessing the emergence of new knowledge or an epochal truth. Tesla vividly remembers the event, even feeling the immediate shock, which bordered on fear, given the enigmatic nature of the findings that he encountered in his solitary laboratory at night. Initially, he didn't conceive that these signals could be purposeful communications. He noted these signals were periodic and structured, unlike any phenomena he was acquainted with, like solar activity, the northern lights, or earth currents. Tesla was certain those weren't the origins of the observed anomalies, and dismissed any idea of atmospheric interference, deemed a hasty explanation by others. Only later did the epiphany strike him. These disturbances might be the outcome of an intelligent effort. While the significance eluded him, their systematic nature suggested they were not mere coincidences. Tesla had glimpsed a significant and profound revelation. Some speculate Tesla intercepted communications from the enigmatic Black Knight satellite or a deep space distress signal. By the 1930s, amateur radio operators were also tuning into these signals. In 1936, they deciphered a message believed to be a map to a star chart in the constellation of Boötes, over 13,000 years old, given the movement of stars and the speed of light. We're curious about your perspectives on this remarkable inventor. If you found our content engaging, please do like and share. Thank you for tuning in.